In June 1950, the democratic country South Korea was invaded by its communist neighbor North Korea. North Korea crossed the border of the two countries known as the 38th parallel, with their ultimate goal being to unite North and South Korea as a single communist country. U.S. President Harry Truman made the United Nations aware of the situation, so they ordered North Korea to get out of South Korea, but they refused. Since the Soviet Union didn't want anything to do with the United Nations supported the US, which led to Harry Truman bringing US troops to South Korea. However, it was referred to as a police action, so it did not cause war. This was the first time in history that a world peace organization had to use force toward an aggressor. The goal of these US troops was to bring the North Korean troops back to North Korea. General Douglas MacArthur was the commander of the UN. He pushed the limits of what needed to be done. He led a surprise attack behind the North Korean border in China. China didn't like this and warned him, but he ignored the warnings. Chinese troops were then sent out. They crossed the Yalu River and pushed the UN troops back to the 38th parallel. Because of this, MacArthur wanted to bomb Chinese bases, but Truman wouldn't let him. MacArthur was then removed by Truman for challenging his authority. In 1952, Dwight Eisenhower was elected president. He wanted to visit Korea in an attempt to end the war. However, the fighting still went on, at least until Eisenhower threatened to nuke Korea. North and South Korea agreed to establish a border at the 38th parallel and to end the war at a stalemate, with the borders remaining as they were. North Korea remained as a communist country, and South Korea remained non-communist. Over 54,000 Americans and over 1 million Koreans and Chinese died in the war. The war lasted over 3 years and costed $15 billion. In 1954, the US signed a treaty with South Korea where they will aid South Korea when and if they are attacked again.